Coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. It started out with a kiss, how did it end up like this? It was only a kiss, it was only a kiss. Now I'm falling asleep and she's calling a cab while he's having a smoke and she's taking a drag. Now they're going to bed and my stomach is sick and it's all in my head, but she's touching his chest. Now he takes off her dress. Now let me go. I just can't look, it's killing me and taking control. Jealousy turning snakes into the sea, swimming through sick lullabies, choking on your alibis. But it's just the price I pay. Destiny is calling me. Open up my eager eyes, 'cause I miss the bright side. Coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. It started out with a kiss, how did it end up like this? It was only a kiss. Now I'm falling asleep and she's calling a cab while he's having a smoke and she's taking a drag. Now they're going to bed and my stomach is sick and it's all in my head, but she's touching his chest. Now he takes off her dress. Now let me go. 'Cause I just can't look, it's killing me and taking control. Jealousy turning snakes into the sea, swimming through sick lullabies, choking on your alibis. But it's just the price I pay. Destiny is calling me. Open up my eager eyes, 'cause I miss the bright side.
Let's go, girls. Come on. I'm going out tonight. I'm feeling alright. Gonna let it all hang out. Wanna make some noise, really raise my voice. Yeah, I wanna scream and shout. No inhibitions, make no conditions. Get a little out of line.
Welcome to tonight's game at the U15AAP Provincials. This game is sponsored by
Welcome everybody to
Brothers Farm Limited.
U15AAP Provincials
It
at
features
Yarmouth Mariner
the Cape
Center.
Breton-
Jeff McGray on MC Media here. Cape Breton Islanders will be your visiting team. They'll play host. They'll be played host to by the Yarmouth Mariners. They're the home team and the host team here for this tournament. Yarmouth had a game this afternoon at 12 o'clock. They dropped a 6-0 loss to Sackville. And this is Cape Breton County Islanders' first game of the day. We're just about set to get started here. And Kalex Tornidus. Tornidus is the goaltender for the Cape Breton Islanders. And Jaron Maxwell will go for Yarmouth. To my right, we're underway, and just learning these names now as Nate D'Entremont picks up the puck for Yarmouth, gets it out to center ice, gets a return feed. He'll hand it off, he'll take it. Bennett holds up, they stay on side. Shot from well out, gets it on goal, and Tornidus stops that. And it's cleared out, comes out over the line, and Mood Ross dumps that back in for Yarmouth. Goaltender comes out quickly and sets that up for his teammates, and they'll try to start the breakout. Yarmouth's forecheck will stop that there. Number 23, Riley Pearson, behind his own net. He'll get it out to the line, and it does come out as Yarmouth will play it. Captain Nate D'Entremont hands that off, and Yarmouth will fire it in and make a change, and Cape Breton will look to start the breakout. Morrison will play it on the sideboards, chips it out over the Yarmouth line, and number 2, Sebastian D'Entremont, will play that. Puck bounces around in the Yarmouth zone, and Sebastian D'Entremont will play that, and Fleck will dump it in. Seth Black for the Islanders plays it up along the boards. Now it's shot around. Johnson will pick it up, or he'll chip it, I should say. Sebastian D'Entremont, they plays it across D to D. They lose it there. Yarmouth gives up the shot to Butters, and his shot is turned aside by Maxwell. His first feel here as he makes a good save with the right pad rather, if I get my signals right. Butters will play that back into his own zone. He'll set it up. He's wearing the C for the Islanders. He'll play that across for Black, his partner, on the D. Long pass across. Yarmouth gets a turnover, and they get a shot. It goes off a stick and then dribbles in on goaltender Tornidus. He'll hold that for a face-off to his right. With 13:01 here, we thank everybody for watching here. What used to be known as Bantam AA is now U15AA. Always fun to have a provincial tournament here in Yarmouth, and if your loved ones are watching, we welcome you from anywhere in the province or anywhere further on here on MC Media. A lot of volunteers make these tournaments go, as you well know. It's icing against the Islanders, and that will bring it all the way down as linesman will set it up this time to the left of goaltender Tornidus. Avery LeBlanc on the face-off. Yarmouth will take that. Nick just stole your chair, Quinn. Yarmouth will keep that in at the line. That would be Hossein. And it just trickles in, and another stop there by Tornidus. I went down and got a pronunciation on Tornidus, and I've probably butchered it 15 or 20 times already, so I apologize to his family. And so we have another face-off. Yarmouth will win that face-off and shoot it down low. Centering pass out front. Dallas Bennett, he'll spin and fire. Kicked aside, and that brings a rise up from the crowd. The Islanders will bring that down. Dumped in. They were offside, so they've got a tag up that'll give Yarmouth a few seconds to get that down ice, and it looks like Yarmouth's going to be charged with an icing, and they are in fact. So that will bring it all the way down to the left of Jaron Maxwell. 12-12 left, first period. Shots on goal, 2-0 in favor of Yarmouth. I know Cape Breton had a shot a moment ago, so in my mind, I will know otherwise. Referee signals that we're all set, and the linesman gets set to drop it in. And face-off violation by the back linesman, and that'll cause an eviction from the face-off as they go back and talk to the gentleman, the two young men here, setting up for the face-off, and we'll do it all again. D'Entremont will play that up. They try to split the D. Penalty coming here as the back official has his arm up. That'd be Cole Jackard making the call. It's going to be a trip against the Islanders, so the Mariners will go to their first power play of the game. And we'll see who the guilty party is in a moment here. We'll report it to you. The Yarmouth player that was D'Entremont, tried to split the D, and he was taken down. No one has reported for jury duty, I guess we'll say, in the penalty box as of yet. And it's going to be Pearson off to serve it. Riley Pearson, defenseman. And Yarmouth goes to their first power play. Face-off scrambled, and Cape Breton will get it and clear it just out into the center ice area. Mariners featuring a yellow stripe on the top of their helmet, yellow and white. And that's shot down. Good clear there to kill some valuable seconds for the Cape Breton team. Yarmouth will lose it behind their own net. And Cashin Morrison was in on a good forecheck. Yarmouth will get control, and now they'll play that out. Nate D'Entremont across the line onside. Has a couple of wingers with him. He'll look to set that up out front. Good chance on goal as Xander Churchill fires that, and that's kicked aside. Xander Churchill, the son of assistant coach Blair Churchill. And of course, Camden Churchill would be the son of head coach Adam Churchill. And that's another dump by the Cape Breton Islanders. Brings the penalty down to 106. And Nate D'Entremont will control it in his own zone and try to set up the breakout. A lot of good forecheck there, and they'll turn it over. Butters, he'll just dump that in. Smart play and stays high. His teammate will go in. He takes a bump there. That's Ty Timmins. Good job here on the forecheck by Cape Breton, stifling Yarmouth's chances of getting out of the zone. Now Yarmouth will break the zone. 2-on-3 across the line. That's 18, Ashton Mayet. Now, Nate D'Entremont will control it. Fires it towards the net. It's deflected. It goes wide as we get a couple of groans from the hockey mums. And another good clear from behind his own net. And that one was Seth Black. He'll fire that down. Yarmouth will control in their own zone. Only 14 seconds left in the first power play here. So a little last gasp effort here as LeBlanc looks to play that. Knocked away from him quickly and down ice, and that will do it for the power play. So Yarmouth will be 0 for 1. 10:03 left in this scoreless game. Thanks for everybody for joining us on MC Media here at Mariner Center. Should be a good weekend. The rain is falling, but hopefully we'll show our friends from all over the province a little bit of Yarmouth sunshine at some point this weekend. Number 12 Jacob Wallace gets it in on goal. A good save, a scramble play. Tornidas makes a good save there for his team to keep it scoreless. Islanders will bring it to the Yarmouth line and fire that in. Look to get a forecheck going. Yarmouth will play that around. First on that is Johnston. Played down low. LeBlanc for Yarmouth. Takes a big hit. Removed him from the puck. Yarmouth will get it to the line. And now Wallace again. Again, he takes a big hit. That's the second big clean hit by Butters. He's a big guy, and he hits well, keeps everything down. Those will wear you down, and that's going to be offside. Dion's first chance coming across the line hit a foot. He tried to continue on, and his player had gotten in ahead of him. So offside, as we see an overhead look of a bit of a scramble there, and the goaltender battling to keep it out. Tornidas on the face-off, controlled by Cape Breton. And they'll look to clear that out to center ice. No icing on the play as it was ruled a tip. Yarmouth will take it behind their own net. And that's Hussein. They'll play that up. Stolen by Cunningham. He fires that. Doesn't get through. Blocked at the point. Great opportunity. Good block at the line, at the D by Owen Grant. Another play out front as 97 Blair Francis tries to get that to the goal. Yarmouth doing a good job of keeping the puck away from their goaltender, even though there were some promising tries. Lachlan O'Neill, I should say. Back to the point, kept in there neatly by the Cape Breton defenseman, and Yarmouth will play it behind their own net. Just trying to pick up the numbers off the sleeves here. Mateo Hussein will fire that down ice, and Yarmouth will get charged with icing, and faceoff will come all the way back down with 8:13 left. And we'll get a face-off to the right of Jaron Maxwell. Isaac Ward will take the draw against Bennett. Won by Cape Breton. Backhand chance. Good play down low. And that was Cashin Morrison with a good chance and an equally good save down low there by Jaron Maxwell. He had a guy point blank in on him. Play out to center ice. Riley Pearson will control it. He'll D-to-D pass behind the net. He'll bounce it up off the boards. Yarmouth keeps it alive, though, and send it deep. A 1-on-2 developing. Cape Breton will play it around the boards to the far side. The near side for me, the far side from where it was. Scrummed up. You can hear the line, probably hear the referee telling them to play it. As Pearson goes for the puck. Pass to the soft zone in front of the slot. Good play. Yarmouth will fire that back in. They're temporarily offside, so as Mood Ross made a good anticipation steal in front. Got that down low. Yarmouth tags up and gets a change. Cape Breton will play that out to the neutral zone. LeBlanc, absorbs the hit, but he more avoided it. Just fires it into the zone, and it's controlled there by Cape Breton. They get it to the line and kept in there. Pearson goes behind his own net. He'll play it up to the wing, and they'll fire that pass behind the man. But Morrison does a good job controlling it. He gets the puck in the corner. He'll look to center. Yarmouth player gets a piece of it, and Wallace will take control along the sideboards, and he'll skate it out to center ice. He'll try to fire it in. Picked off nicely by Black, and he'll fire it behind his own net. Player comes off the bench. Good play to make sure he was not too many men. He made sure before he played it that his guy was off. That's Ty Timmons' intelligent hockey there. Wallace across the line. He'll fire that. Tipped off the stick of Black, and it goes wide. Controlled by Pearson in the corner. He'll go behind his own net and look for an avenue to pass it. Long pass up, but that's stolen by Seth D'Entremont. He has his pocket picked from behind. Yarmouth will try again. They'll bring it in. It's a 1-on-4 play as Levi Nickerson was outmanned in on that forecheck. Played out to the line. A lot of play between the blue lines happening right now. Close checking game. Cape Breton will shoot that down. Not icing as it went off a Yarmouth stick. That's played around. Fleck will pick it up on his forehand. He turns and he gets himself in a good position to skate it out. Tries for a pass that's tipped away from Nickerson. Now Johnston comes back to Butters. Makes a move. Gets it out in front. Gets a backhand shot off, and Jaron Maxwell fends that off nicely with the right pad. Played down low, and Yarmouth will come out to center ice with it. Dayon, that would be Brex Dayon, number 11, on forward, plays that in. Yarmouth in on the forecheck. Dayon and Fleck, as well as Levi Nickerson up there on the front line for Yarmouth. High flip, just stays underneath of the rafters, and Butters tries to make a move at the line. The two Yarmouth defensemen don't let that happen, but a good chance in front. Yarmouth will get the clear out to the line, but not out. O'Neill will take over there. Lachlan O'Neill, that is. Francis with a big shot goes wide. Kept in at the line by Cape Breton, and now Yarmouth will break the zone. Good play here by Mood Ross. He's all alone, flips it in and gets a change alertly. Smart play. He knew that he was by himself, and he knew his teammates had gone off for a change, and he gets over the line and clears it deep. That's Churchill in, gives his man a bump. He's offside. He'll tag up now, and Yarmouth's free to go in. Cape Breton will pick up the puck in their own zone. Dallin Campbell will play that. Good chip play by Lachlan O'Neill. He'll bring that in. 3-on-2. Good shot and a nice save with the glove by Jaron Maxwell, and that is appreciated by the fans here in Yarmouth. Face-off will come to the right of Maxwell with 4:11 left and a fairly entertaining first period here at Yarmouth Mariner Center. Thank you to my fellow volunteers at MC Media for bringing this, and of course all the volunteers that make a provincial tournament go. Nice crowd here. We had the opening ceremonies, all 7 teams on the ice, and lots of fun. These are exciting tournaments for these kids. It's a big deal to win a provincial tournament. Nate D'Entremont will play that up just ahead of his man. That will send Rowan Carmichael in for it. Yarmouth tries to get that in front, but it's broken up. And Cashin Morrison comes out with it. Good looking rush by Morrison. He'll backhand it back to the line for Pearson. Makes a couple of moves, gets himself in a good shooting position and rings one off the bar with authority just over the glove side of Maxwell. Pearson gets it again. A good looking skater, good puck handler, and a big kid. He comes behind the net looking for someone to pass to. Still got it. He skated about 10 miles on this play. Gets it down low. Gets the return pass just out of his reach, and now Yarmouth has an opportunity. Bit of a 2-on-1, maybe a half breakaway. Can Carmichael break it up? Great play by Carmichael to break up that play with a clean play, stick on stick, and it was hard on the stick. Took it away. Yarmouth in again, though. Dallas Bennett with a shot, and that's kicked aside by Tornidis. Seth D'Entremont tries to keep that in, but only for a moment, and that breaks it out for Cape Breton. It's a 2-on-2. Jaron Maxwell looking sharp as well. The goalie's putting on a show here early. That's a good right pad save. Don't be fooled by the shots on goal, folks. I know Jaron Maxwell's made at least 4 quality saves. And that's shot down ice, and it looks like we're going to have a penalty here. And perhaps another one to Cape Breton as they played the puck. Interference will be the call, and that's going to be charged against number 22, Ty Timmons. And Yarmouth, who is 0 for 1 on the power play, will get their second opportunity. Face-off will, of course, come down to the right of Calix Tornidis as the two teams set up for an always important offensive zone face-off on the power play. Yarmouth will win the draw. They get it back to the point. Mood Ross. He'll get that down low. Good shot. I think that one off the bar or maybe off Robertson as he seemed to be smarting from the shot. Stays out, though. Goalies will tell you, I had that all along. Mood Ross. He'll fire that down low. Dangerous-looking play. Yarmouth banging at it. One save, and then this rebound goes wide. They try the wraparound. That was Levi Nickerson. And a little bit of a battle, as you expect sometimes when people go hard to the net. Good job by Tornidis to stay strong on his post on that wraparound try, and they keep it out. He'll get the freeze, and 1:36 left in the power play. Face off to the right of Tornidis. They'll drop this in. Yarmouth controls it down low. They went forward with it. Battle there, they get it out front. Broken up by the defenseman, and neatly, I should say, played down ice by Seth Black, I believe. Yes, it was. Looks like he is a go-to guy on the penalty kill in defensive situations. Johnston does a good job to try to chip that in. It hits a Yarmouth player, but it's controlled out at center ice by Captain Butters. He'll play that deep, set up by Maxwell, and they'll play it around. Yarmouth having trouble getting it organized, and the forecheck is not helping with that. Good determination there by Nate D'Entremont to force that through, and Mood Ross will play that out. Just ahead of his man LeBlanc, and controlled there by Seth Black. He tries to play that off. Yarmouth takes control. They get themselves into a good shooting zone, and Bennett just misses wide on the short side, and Cape Breton controls that rebound and fires it all the way out, and Butters tries for the between the legs move. It causes some havoc, and a great shot, and they score! Cashin Morrison after a good move, and the play ended up on his stick, so Butters will get an assist for sure, and maybe the defenseman who fired it all the way down will as well. We'll see what the scoring play is, but that's a shorthanded goal for Cape Breton. at the 14:10 mark. And I'll wait for the announcement. You'll probably hear it as Cunningham on the goal. Cunningham from Butters short-handed at 14:10. As you hear Kevin Northup, my partner on Yarmouth Mariners hockey, doing the public address announcing here. And penalties over. We're at the even strength, and we're down to 17 seconds here in the first period. So Yarmouth 0 for 2 with a shorthander against. They try to flip it over the net. Time running down, 5 seconds, still time. Played into the corner. Battled for there. Goaltender holds his post, and we get a little bit of a pushing and shoving match here. Reminder, we just had a flood, so the teams will switch ends, and we'll have about a 2-minute break, and we'll start it all over again here. And the flood will come after the second period, so entertaining first period. And a great little tradition, I guess. It looks like maybe they've got going here the two goaltenders for the Cape Breton Islanders. So that would be Owen Arsenault and the starting goaltender, Calix Tornidis, as we see a really good save there, and then the rebound shot wide, standing tall. Jaron Maxwell's been very good as well for Yarmouth. Gave up a really strong shot. Like, that was a great shot. Nothing to blame the goaltender, and we'll get a look at it here as you see he roofed it upstairs. Upstairs where they keep the peanut butter, as they say, and that's the short-handed goal. That is the only goal of the game thus far. And Cunningham shows everybody in the crowd the logo. Playing for the logo on the front, not the name on the back, as they say. So they'll switch ends, and we'll get started here in a few moments. Entertaining first period here. See the Yarmouth players have eye black on. Love the little traditions that the hockey players use, whether it's mohawks or bleaching their hair or little things like that. Looks like an offside, and it is. Just a little bit ahead of the play was Blair Francis. And my buddy Kevin gives us some Gangnam Style to groove to. Face-off will come outside just in front of the Cape Breton bench. 1-0 Cape Breton after 4 seconds elapsed in the second period. Good battle there. Yarmouth takes a check, but Fleck comes in. He's got a bit of a 2-on-1. Tries to hit his man in front, Nickerson, but it just slides under his stick, and Cape Breton's away. O'Neill tries to hand that back to his teammate, Francis. Francis is a big kid, and O'Neill's no slouch himself. Tries to get that in front. That's broken up. Big body check. I was just mentioning how big Francis is. Buries his man. Maxwell made the initial save and freezes it just long enough to get the face off. This one will go to his right with 14:24 left, second period action. So it'll be Dallas Bennett on the face-off for Yarmouth against Isaac Ward for Cape Breton. They drop that in. Ward had it in his feet, gets it back to the point for Carmichael. He'll wind one up. Goes off a foot. That would have been a legal goal as it wasn't a kicking motion. It went off the skate of number 19, Morrison. Yarmouth plays that out over the line, and that sends Cape Breton back into their own zone. Good footwork there, and by the defenseman, he plays it off. Carmichael, and his initial clear didn't get out, but he carries on with it. Sends it just ahead of his teammate, and Yarmouth first on that puck as Blake Mood Ross will play it. Some shrapnel there as a stick laying on the ice, wreaking havoc on the players. Controlled along the boards there by Morrison. He's been an effective player early on in this game. They'll play that out front, just misses. Will they be able to keep it in? They will. That's Carmichael. He'll send that deep. Down low, out of the reach of his man. Yarmouth player with a good body check, and number 14, Mood Ross, will bring that out to center. Yarmouth will dump it in. That was Nate D'Entremont. Play turned over behind the net. They circle it in front. A chance was there. Yarmouth unable to get their stick on it. Cape Breton got to it first, and they'll get the clear. Down ice. Looks like it could be an icing against Cape Breton. And it is, and they'll clean up the broken or lost stick, and we'll bring the puck all the way down to the Cape Breton zone. 13 minutes exactly left, second period action in a 1-0 game in favor of Cape Breton on MC Media, as you see the chance on the overhead, on the replay. It hits the skate and it just lays there for a moment. Great job there by Carmichael to box his man out. That's what a defenseman is taught to do. Instead of just swinging wildly at the puck, he made sure the player, with a good legal play, was unable to get a piece using good, strong body position. Well-played hockey game thus far, folks. Yarmouth will get that to the front of the net. 3 Islanders jerseys there. They'll get it to the line, not out, but now it is. And Churchill, Camden Churchill, he'll shoot that back. Butters makes another move. He'll fire that. I think goaltender Maxwell got a piece of it. Played back to the point where Black will control it for Cape Breton. He'll get it down low for Butters, team captain. Sneaks it past his man. Played into the corner. Out front, Timmins with a shot. Good block at the line at the D by Camden Churchill as he had lost his stick. Yarmouth, he gets his stick back, knocks his man down in front, and again, a couple of cross checks. And a pad save by Maxwell as he finds the rebound. And as Yarmouth's trainer's going to bring a player across, looks like he's banged up, so we certainly hope Hossein is okay. Looks to be in some pain going off, so he'll get tended to, and we wish him the best. They'll wait for a moment as they close up the door and the officials get set here. Back to everyone's at 5-on-5. 12:01 left, second period action. MC Media is your call at Mariner Center in Yarmouth. Jeff McGray proud to bring you this game as part of the volunteer crew that does this work for minor hockey. Good shot on goal there by Carmichael, I believe. No, that's wrong. Sorry, it's 97. Francis, he fired it, and Maxwell makes another save. So Maxwell's been busy here for a little bit. Down low. Number 10, O'Neill. Still controlling it, being held off the puck there by the Yarmouth player. Centered out front. Yarmouth will control it. Sebastian D'Entremont gets that out, and Yarmouth will bring it across the line. Fleck has it knocked off his stick. He'll give chase, makes a good play in the corner, and now he has to get himself turned, oriented towards the net, gets it out front. Yarmouth keeps it alive as Dayon spins and fires that. It's turned aside with the stick by Tornidis, and now he makes a glove save from the shot around the, just above the face-off dot. Strong goaltending here early on in this game, folks, being treated to some good goaltending. That's always near and dear to my heart. I don't mind a 1-0 game when it's a good 1-0 game. This is definitely that. Isaac Ward wins that face-off for Cape Breton, and they'll look to control. They get it to the line, but not out. Grant will fire that. It goes wide and wraps around the boards. Mood Ross comes in on the pinch, gets it down low. Pearson, he'll look to break the zone, and he does. One hands it out to the line. Mood Ross fires it off the skate of Carmichael. Controlled there and shot into the bench as the coaches scurry. Just making sure he was awake. They're having a good laugh with it, the coach and the Cape Breton player. No one's the worse for wear, and we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone just in front of the Yarmouth bench. As I see ex-Mariner Nolan McDonald patrolling the Yarmouth bench, one of the assistant coaches. Face-off quickly there. And I think we'll do it again in the same spot, maybe a glove-to-head pass. Bennett and Ward on the draw. at neutral ice. Referee comes in and has a word with the linesman. They're going to bring it deep, so referee overrules the play and felt as though, oh, they're going to bring it down to the other end. Cape Breton shot the puck and it went out of play, I guess is the ruling, so you can't gain a zone as a result of that, and therefore they move it out. The Yarmouth player gets tossed out as Churchill, number 10, Xander Churchill, was jostling with sticks there. Yarmouth controls. Camden Churchill, he'll play that up. Now, Xander Churchill, he'll leave that for D'Entremont. Nate D'Entremont, he'll fire that, and a good save by Tornidis. And he'll hold on for the face-off to his left, and we get some air horns and some appreciation from and some love from the Cape Breton faithful. Yarmouth will have an offensive zone face-off. Scrum there, they'll battle for it. Puck still free. Bennett controls, makes a good move at the very last second, has his pocket picked, but Yarmouth controls. Nate D'Entremont, Yarmouth looks to center that in front. Got to keep his skate, they got to keep their feet moving if they're going to chop away at that. They get it out front, just out of the reach though of Pearson. And Maxwell will steer that to the corner. Carmichael plays it down for his man. Ward will get that across to the defense on the other side. Pearson will fire that. That's stopped by Maxwell, and Yarmouth will control. They'll wrap it around. First one on it is Xander Churchill. He'll get it to the line, but not out. Ward tries to make a move, loses it, but they keep it in the zone and fire it in behind the net. And that will send Blake Mood Ross. They'll fire that down. Goalie went out, so as soon as the goalie turns for that, you're going to see the wave off. He played it anyway, but long pass there. Churchill will step up into the lane and make a good pick there, good anticipation. Ward will control. Gets taken down from behind. Incidental contact more than anything. Good no call. Timmins will dump it in deep. Just the 2 penalties in this game and the 1 goal. Both penalties were to Cape Breton, and they scored shorthanded on one of them. And that shot goes into the bench of the Cape Breton Islanders, and the backup goaltender will go fetch that. Again, Owen Arsenault. Always good when the backup goalie gets a couple of mentions early. Sure, he'll get his crack, as this is only the first game, and he can only go so far there because he runs out of room with skates on. And they say, oh, that's okay, we got lots of pucks. Offensive zone face-off for Cape Breton. Yarmouth controls, but now it's stolen behind the net temporarily. Good work down low by Avery Johnston. Yarmouth will look to bring that out. Butters on a good back check, steals the puck, and now he'll control in his own zone. Skates it a bit and then makes a pass. Contested pass at the line. Good battle up high. Right at the center ice line in front of the timekeeper. Everyone's battling for every inch right now, and Yarmouth will dump it inside the zone. Black, he'll play it up, and a good tic-tac-toe pass, and that will spring Cape Breton. Pass for Timmins, he'll control it. Backhand pass for Butters, he'll fire that. Blocker saved by Maxwell. Butters on the rebound, he'll get that in front. Timmins scores! Butters made a good pass. Timmins picks the far corner. Good offensive zone presence there by Cape Breton. Heads up on the swivel, and they make a good pass, and they convert and make it 2-0 at the 7:06 mark of the second period.
Cape Breton goal scored by number 22, Ty Timmins.
As I say,
Number 16, Colton Butters.
Timmins from Butters. That's the second assist on the game for Butters thus far. He's been a dominant presence thus far. Cunningham, good toe drag move, fires that. Maxwell has a little trouble with it, makes the glove save, finds the rebound, and he'll freeze it as he's a bit under siege right now. Face-off will be to the right of Maxwell. Cape Breton's pouring it on a little bit here on Yarmouth. Some offensive zone possession time. Butters with 2 assists will line up for this draw against Levi Nickerson. Nickerson will win it, but Butters is first on the puck. got a good knack of being first on the puck. Seems to be in the middle of everything thus far. Back to the point, Cunningham whistles a good hard wrist shot wide. You hear it hit the end boards. Controlled there, they get it back to him, knocks it down with the skate. Good play there by Fleck. Trying to work it out, 2-on-1, a bit of a chance. Gets all the way down, just out of the reach of Deon. And you see the goaltender, Carnitas, he'll freeze it and gives the stink eye as Dion came down. And didn't really snow him, but he does have to stop there, so we can certainly give him a bit of leeway there, but the goalies don't appreciate that. 2-0 Cape Breton, face off deep in their zone. Nickerson will go for the Yarmouth here on this draw. We'll have a Cape Breton eviction from the face-off. And it was O'Neill that was the guilty party, so he can't take the draw, and that will bring in Blair Francis. They'll win the draw, and O'Neill will bring that out to center ice. Tries to bowl his way through. Good defensive presence there by the Yarmouth D-man to keep his body between where the player was trying to go. Just left the puck alone, took the man. Pearson will go back, D-to-D pass for Francis. He makes a good pass to O'Neill. He's 1-on-2, but he's got some help coming. He'll fire a weak one. Got it off the heel, and Maxwell will turn that aside. Yarmouth to the sideboards. Controlled there. Francis with a good shot on the pass from Johnston. Back up for Carmichael. He'll send that towards the goal. It goes wide. And then they battle at the side of it, where Maxwell will freeze it just outside of his crease. 6:18 left, second period action. 2-0 Cape Breton. Some Canadian content as Kevin plays some Rush. Certainly an older song than any of the kids in this tournament, but that's okay. I'm sure they appreciate the fine music. Battle along the corner there. Yarmouth will eventually control it, and Mason Swim will play that around. They look to hit Bennett there, and he just gets spun around, loses his balance, and then gets knocked down, but he put himself offside. I think he entered as he was spinning out of control, gained possession of the puck, but he had already put himself offside, and we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone, just outside the line of the Cape Breton Islanders. Dallas Bennett against Ward. Ward will win the face-off back. Robertson will play that up to the sideboards. It's just chopped down. Good draw weight to make sure it's not icing, and Yarmouth will go back. They'll stop up behind their own net. That's Churchill. Little giveaway there as the player wasn't ready for the pass. Played in front. Ward looking for a shooting opportunity. He'll take that down low behind the net. Controlled there. Ward keeping it alive, gets a shot. Backhand shot, and that's turned aside with the right pad of Maxwell. Played down low. Morrison will be first on that for Cape Breton. Sends it back against the green. Black will come down and pinch and get it back right to Morrison. Battle along the boards. Puck pops loose. Yarmouth had it for a moment, but then it's controlled by Devin Stevens. First time I've called his name. Xander Churchill with a bit of a move there, gets around his first man, and then he stopped up. Didn't like the looks of that hit, so he pulls up and gets it in. And Stevens, he'll backhand pass it for Black. He'll get it on goal. That's kicked aside with the stick to the corner by Maxwell. And another shot, this time from Robertson at the point, dead center. And it's gloved down by Maxwell, and he'll hold for a whistle. And a face-off to his right with 4:33 left. Shots equal at 12-12. 2-0 Cape Breton. Now straighten that guy out on the face-off so I can tell who he is. It's Butters. He wins the face-off over LeBlanc. To the line. Kept in there by Pearson. Controlled by Mood Ross. We'll get it to the line. Mayad tries a slap shot. Good defensive presence to get the stick in there and completely stop that shot. Yarmouth will control, though. They try again to fire it. That's Wallace in on the forecheck. His shot was turned away by the defenseman. 2-on-3 here for Cape Breton, so they'll send it in and initiate the forecheck. That's Johnston. Plays it off the boards. He gets finished off on the play, but Cape Breton will control. Timmins has a goal in the game. He'll spin and fire that. Mood Ross will play that right up the middle. Picked off. Is that Butters? It is. Good save by Maxwell. I think did he hit the post? The referee waving it off. Didn't go in anyway. Butters all over it again, looking for his third point of the game already. He'll circle in front, makes a couple of good moves, lots of patience. Makes it look like he's going to leave it, but keeps it for his man. Flips it in deep. Yarmouth will get a chance to clear that, and this will go for icing against Yarmouth, I believe. And it does. 3:12 left. Second period action as Yarmouth trying to get something going here. And Francis will go down and pick up the puck for the line. He'll love that courtesy as a former linesman. Sometimes they like to shoot it away from you. We'll have a face-off to the left of Jaron Maxwell, goaltender for the Yarmouth Mariners today. Played along the boards, controlled there by Francis. Makes a couple of good moves for a big man. Stick handling in a phone booth, gets the shot through. Maxwell makes the save, sprawls out. He was all stretched out as far as he could, and his defenseman help him get control. He gets that glove on top of it. Finally gets the whistle. Probably agonizing for the goalie to try to get that control and get the whistle. There's a good save there. And he gets the stick on it. You see him reaching for it. Another reach for it, and the Yarmouth player bravely plays it back. That's Nickerson plays it back. All the confidence in the world in his keeper, and why not? He makes him look good there. Cape Breton, Avery Johnson just shoots wide on the short side. Still controls it, though. Gets pulled down there by Churchill. Francis using his size to dominate a little bit there, and he'll get that wicked wrist shot away, and it goes high. Dayon had it taken away from him for a moment, spins it up, fires it into the zone, and he'll give chase. He's up on the forecheck with Fleck. D-to-D pass will break that. And Cape Breton will look to play it out. Fleck gets in the way of that initial clearing play. A chance here for Xander Churchill. He'll backhand it in front. His teammate gets a piece of it. That's Ethan Fleck that got a chop at it, got a piece, but the goaltender Tornidas makes a good save, and he'll hold it, and you see him prop it up for the linesman as a face-off will come to his right with 1:57 left, second period action here at Mariner Center. Face-off scrummed a bit, comes back to the point. The Yarmouth defenseman has to knock it down out of the air to keep it alive, but he does so. Nice job. Xander Churchill, he'll play that in front. They fend it off. Churchill will go back and try again. Takes a bump, tries to get it up, but the winger for Cape Breton will break that free, and they've got a 3-on-2 developing. That was Ward, had it taken away from him nicely in front of the net. Yarmouth with control in their own zone. They'll play it just inside the glass and to the line. Kept in for a moment, but now it's shot down ice. And Ward again will take it in his own zone and play it to the D on the other side. And that's played in by Nathan Cunningham. Xander Churchill makes a couple of moves, loses his footing, and both he and the defenseman that was shadowing him go to the ice. Churchill's just getting up now. Yarmouth plays it to the line, kept in there by Mood Ross. His shot blocked up high. Campbell will play that up. And Morrison will control, brings it in over the Yarmouth line. Lots of Yarmouth players back. Shot gets through, Maxwell fought it off, and they got the rebound for him. Dangerous moment there at the bench as Cape Breton had a man on the ice, but he didn't play the puck. Got off in time to avoid too many men, and Maya will come out for Yarmouth. Crosses center ice, Brings it in over the line. Bennett stays on side. Good shot and a very comfortable looking save by Tornidis. And he'll hold for a face-off with 25.8 seconds left. Second period action. We'll have a flood after this period and come back fresh on a fresh sheet of ice for the third period. Thank you for watching on MC Media. Yeah, out front. Yarmouth battles away at it, but a good defensive play to keep that from getting any further as Jacob Wallace was battling for it. Butters gets a shot on goal there. Gloved and held by Maxwell. Butters kind of knocked his man down, and the Yarmouth players looking at the ref and wondering what's going on there. And now they'll have a little bit of a chat. You see the linesman come over to make sure nothing comes of that. Face-off will be to the right of Jaron Maxwell, who's played strong, as has his goaltending opponent at the other end, Calix Tornidis. Controlled there by Bennett. On the face-off win. Played down, it would have been a high stick by Yarmouth, but it was controlled by Kate Breton. That waves it off, and Yarmouth will bring it out. But the second period expires, and after 2 periods of play here at Mariner Center, it's 2-0 Cape Breton. We thank you for watching wherever you're watching. U15 Provincials AA Mariner Center. We'll be back in a few moments, in about 15 minutes, and thank you for watching, folks.
Halfway through the drive, because your voice trailed off exactly as you passed my exit sign. Kept on driving straight and left our future to the right. Now I am stuck between my anger and the blame that I can't face. Memories of something, even smoking weed is not replaced. And I am terrified of weather, because I see you when it rains. Doc told me to travel, but there's COVID on the planes. And I love Vermont, but it's the season of the sticks. And I saw your mom, she forgot that I existed. And it's half my fault, but I just like to play the victim. I'll drink alcohol till my friends come home for Christmas. And I'll dream each night of some version of you that I might not have, but I did not lose. Now you're tired tracks and one pair of shoes, and I'm split in half. That'll have to do. So I thought that if I piled something good and all my bad, that I could cancel out the darkness I inherited from Dad. No, I am no longer funny, cause I miss the way you laugh. You once called me forever, now you still can't call me back. And I love Vermont, but it's the season of the sticks. And I saw your mom, she forgot that I existed. And it's half my fault, but I just like to play the victim. I'll drink alcohol till my friends come home for Christmas. And I'll dream each night of some version of you that I might not have, but I did not lose. Now you're tired tracks and one pair of shoes, and I'm split in half, but that'll have to do. Oh, that'll have to do. My other half was you. I hope this pain's just passing through, but I doubt it. And I love Vermont, but it's the season of the sticks. And I saw your mom, she forgot that I existed. And it's half my fault, but I just like to play the victim. I'll drink alcohol till my friends come home for Christmas. And I'll dream each night of some version of you that I might not have, but I did not lose. Now you're tired tracks and one pair of shoes, and I'm split in half. That'll have to do. I just woke up from a dream where you and I had to say goodbye.
next to you. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you. If the party was over and our time on earth was through, I wanna hold you just for a while and die with a smile. If the world was ending, I wanna be next to you. If the world was ending, I wanna be next to you. I wanna be next to you.
Welcome back to the ice for the third period of play. The Cape Breton County Islanders and your Yarmouth Mariners.
Welcome back to Mariner Centers. We're just underway for third period action here as the host and the home team, Yarmouth Mariners, trail 2-0 over to the Cape Breton Islanders. Cape Breton County Islanders, I should say. Butters, he had the puck there for a moment. He has 2 assists on the game. The scoring in the first period, it was Cunningham from Butters, shorthanded at the 14:10 mark, so that's 50 seconds left in the first period. And then the second goal was in the second period at 7:06. It was Timmins from Butters. That's where we stand. Good goaltending by Jaron Maxwell, as well as Calix Tornidis. Good chance again here for Butters, but a good active stick by Mood Ross, and he'll deflect that up into the mesh, and we'll get another face-off with 14:13 left, third period action here. Thank you for watching on MC Media. Our volunteers are proud to bring you this event. I'm sure we have parents and grandparents and loved ones from all over Nova Scotia and hopefully all over Canada and further on, watching their kids in this tournament. And certainly try to bring you the action, and feel free to reach out. If you want to get a shout out or a birthday wish out there, my Twitter handle is at MC Media Jeff, G-E-O-F-F. So MC Media, G-E-O-F-F. Or that's the X handle, I should say. I can call it Twitter. Yarmouth will control. Fleck will play that up, and Nickerson will shoot it deep. Robertson will go back. Makes a good D-to-D pass. Knockdown. Kept alive. Hot shot there. Goes off Robertson. Deflects it onto his goalie. His goalie bails him out, and then he gets rid of it. You take care of me, I'll take care of you. That's how it's supposed to work. Francis across the line. He tries to get it to his man. Intercepted by Yarmouth. Francis tried to block it off. He gets the puck back. Fires. Good rocket. Big kid with a good shot. He battles there against Fleck. It's probably intimidating at this size, at this age group. Sometimes you end up with a size disparity. Of course, I guess at any age group you do. Yarmouth will take that deep. That was Mason Swim, fires it in. Black, he's played strongly for the Cape Breton Islanders. Good rush up to the Yarmouth line. Gets it past the D-man. Now he'll lose it, and Yarmouth will shoot it out. Cunningham will control it. He'll play that up for his man Francis, number 97. Oh, that's a body check there. Maybe from behind by O'Neill. The arm does go up, so O'Neill's worried right now. I think that he could be going off for checking from behind. Might be a boarding call. Both referees' arms were up immediately, so they'll confer. Decide what we're going to see here for a call. O'Neill goes to the penalty box. There's an awkward hit along in that spot along the boards. We're going to go boarding. 2 minutes for boarding, so that's good news for O'Neill. I'm okay with that call. I would have been okay with either one. I think that was probably from the side. I saw a few people making a signal indicating throw him out. But that always depends on the jersey that you're cheering for, doesn't it? Face-off control. Cunningham fires that around. Yarmouth will keep it alive as they go to their third power play of the game. They're 0 for 2 thus far. They've given up a shorthander. Down low. That's D'Entremont. Nate D'Entremont. You want to come on air? No? Come on. I can use a partner. Maxwell will play that to his D-man, and Yarmouth will look to break it out. Mood Ross will play that up quickly. Good looking chance there. Yarmouth just fires it wide. To the point. Unable to be kept alive there by D'Entremont. That's Nate D'Entremont. Mood Ross will play that up. They'll break it into the middle. And that's Xander Churchill. Now Yarmouth will control along the sideboards. They'll play it blindly, and that was right onto the stick of the Islanders, and they'll get the clear right on goal as Maxwell has to smother it. And you're always happy there when you get a face-off 200 feet from your own net on the power play. The penalty kill, rather. 57 seconds left in the minor for boarding. To Lachlan O'Neill. Face-off to the right of Jaron Maxwell. Both goalies have been very strong, as I've said a few times today. Mariners will look to bring that out, get it to Fleck in the middle. Not able to handle it clean, and Timmins will break up the play, and he'll get the puck deep down ice and kill some more time off the power play. So we go under the 11-minute mark here, third period action. Some D-to-D passing. Nickerson gets a piece of that, and a good tip. Good effort there. As he negates icing, that was Dion. He makes an excellent play for Yarmouth there to keep the icing from happening. Cape Breton will play that deep again, and Maxwell will have to set it up for his guys. And it's Sebastien D'Entremont. He'll play that up for Brex Dayon. Good looking rush as he comes through, makes a good move in on goal, and a butt end save by the goaltender. Excellent save by Tornidis. Back in front again, Dayon. They were hard on the stick there, and he was unable to get a shot away. Timmins battling with his man. He comes pushing back towards it. Was a reverse hit. Knocks Fleck down. Good action there. Yarmouth had a couple. That was the best chance of the game for Yarmouth thus far. It was a really good looking rush and a nice save. Francis will pick up the puck, tries for the toe drag amongst 3 people. Big guy, but like I said, really good hands and a heavy shot. Butters on the forecheck, a wraparound try by Francis. That's turned aside, and we're back at even strength here. Yarmouth's 0 for 3 on the power play. Cape Breton in their own zone as they control the puck. Wallace gets it deep. Tornidis out to play it for his D-man, sets it up, and they'll start the breakout play. Yarmouth keeps it alive. LeBlanc dumps it in. Francis will be on that along the boards, turns it over to the middle. Wallace, can he get a shot off? No, Francis knew that's called playing guilty. He knew he gave it away, so he took care of it himself. Good play by Francis. He's had a good hockey game today. Butters plays that in, but lifts his stick because he knew he would have been offside. Smart play by him. Yarmouth will take over as a result. Played to the line by Nate D'Entremont. Offside on the play. They did blow it dead as I believe Yarmouth touched it over the line. That does create the offside. And with 8:38 left, third period action rather. Face off neutral zone, just outside of the Cape Breton bench. Controlled there along the sideboards, battled for. And now Ronan McLean, he'll get that up for Francis. He'll try to chip that out. It does get past. Yarmouth player went for the hit. The two players avoided each other. That was McLean and Churchill hitting along the boards. Little wraparound try for O'Neill. Nate D'Entremont, he takes a hit, absorbs it well. He was looking for the home run pass, and he almost had Xander Churchill away to the races, but it was played nicely by the opposite number 10, Ronan McLean. Here comes Yarmouth for another chance. He would have been offside, though, and Churchill recognized that, and he goes to the bench to get the change. Faceoff would have gone all the way down to the Yarmouth zone as the pass originated from the Yarmouth zone. Francis with a good head of steam coming up. Beats his man, fires and scores! And there's Francis. I talked about him a couple times in this game. Blair Francis, number 97. Never a bad idea to hand it to number 97. I'm sure he wears that in honor of Connor McDavid. Makes it 3-0 for Cape Breton. As we see the replay, he makes no mistake. Shows good speed coming down the side. He's a big guy, and he fires one. Beats the goaltender, and kids always seem to find that camera. Excellent goal there. Can't fault Maxwell. He's been very good this game. Pearson, D-to-D pass for Robertson, and he'll play it up to center ice. Mood Ross, he'll play that out. Now Fleck, he'll take that and shoot it in, and Yarmouth will try to get something going. Tornidis out, makes the play. D'Entremont fires that from the point. That was Nate D'Entremont. Morrison, he'll play that ahead. Ward looking good coming on the outside there, but Mood Ross, who I think has had a strong game for Yarmouth. He's a good defensive defenseman, moves the puck well as well. Yarmouth gets a bit of a chance here, possible 2-on-1. They shoot off the blocker, great opportunity, but the puck wouldn't settle down for Nickerson as he swinging a miss on the bouncing puck, and that's just bad luck for Yarmouth, as the goaltender didn't know where the puck had gone after it hit his blocker. And I'm sure Nickerson will be frustrated with that. That would have brought the crowd to its feet, I'm sure, here. Pearson had to play that as it goes outside the line. Wallace trying to steal that on him, but unable to. Played back for Sebastien D'Entremont. And now controlled by Wallace. He and Pearson will battle for the puck now along the sideboards deep in the Cape Breton zone. Pearson separates himself from the two attackers and comes out with it. He'll make a good pass, tape to tape, saucer pass. Up to Morrison, he tries to lead Ward just out of his reach at the back door, just outside the far post. D'Entremont and Ward, Sebastien D'Entremont and Ward battling for the puck there. Good play by Pearson to jump in off the point. He centers that, but it misses its mark, and Yarmouth comes out. Spins aside as Pearson tried to lower the boom on him. But the hit was still effective because it separated him from the puck, and that allows Cape Breton to come out 3-on-2. Robertson across the line. Back to Butters. He's had 2 assists, and he fires that one off the bar. 3-0, and Yarmouth will clear it down, and it'll probably be an icing. You hear the Yarmouth coaches just barking out some instructions, trying to tell the kids to stay positive and don't let this get you down. You got to win each shift, one shift at a time. Face off deep in the Yarmouth zone. Butters against Bennett. Bennett will win the face-off for Yarmouth, and they'll get it back behind the net. Mood Ross will play it up. Just out of the reach of Nate D'Entremont, he hits Robertson, and Yarmouth will get the clear. And that'll send Butters back into his own zone with the puck. He'll skate it across the center ice zone. Doesn't like what he sees, turns back, and he'll try another entry. This time he's successful getting across the line, fires it, blocker saved by Maxwell. Rebound, pops all the way out. Linesman he spills himself out at center ice and cleans that spot on the ice. I've been there. Fans always enjoy it. We love to entertain. Timmins. Nate D'Entremont with the puck. Knows the hit's coming, gets ready, absorbs it. Good battle there by Avery Johnston. Down low. Really good control here by Cape Breton. 3-0 lead and just keeping the puck deep in the Yarmouth zone with the cycle. Johnston played out, and now Xander Churchill will play that up for Nate D'Entremont. Just out of the reach. It's taken over there. Seth Black, he'll play that down, and this one will go for icing against Cape Breton with 4 minutes exactly here in third period action. From in action earlier from the day, this is the 4th game of today's card. So at 12 o'clock we had Sackville. They were 6-0 winners over Yarmouth. Cumberland County lost 5-0 to Halifax at 2 p.m. and at 4 p.m. Glace Bay and Bedford tied at 4. And in this game right now, Cape Breton County leads the Yarmouth Mariners 3-0 with 3:45 left, third period action. At center ice, Francis will play that. Up quickly for Lachlan. He'll get it in on goal. Spills hard into the end boards as Maxwell had made the save. We'll hope he's okay here as you end up out of control, sliding towards the boards and crash in there. He gets himself up, and his teammate comes over and tries to pick his stick up for him. Finally accomplishes that feat, and he'll have to go off, or will he? Well, he's going off anyway, I think, because his leg is kind of seems to be injured. I guess they're going to rule that the referee had to blow the whistle as a result of the goaltender freezing the puck, so therefore he won't have to go off. That's O'Neill staying on, so hopefully it's just a bit of a stinger. He can shake that off. Cunningham, stick handling there, and he'll lose it. Good looking play by Levi Nickerson. Had one man to beat, and that was stolen from him by Campbell. Good pass across just out of the reach there of Nickerson. He gets pushed into the boards and held there nicely. Shot from the point. Yarmouth gets the tip. The backhand shot by Fleck just goes wide, short side. I know Dornidas had reacted to it. Whether he was going to make the save or not, I couldn't really tell you, but that was one of the better looking opportunities Yarmouth's had in some time. Still battling to get themselves on the scoreboard. Of course, in a tournament like this, plus minus would matter. See the referee pointing at tapping on his wrist, indicating something to the Yarmouth bench. They must have disputed. Mood Ross keeps that in for Yarmouth. He'll send it deep. Xander Churchill. Puck taken away from him. He gets it back. Unable to get it in front, but he gets some help now from Dallas Bennett. Out front for Nate D'Entremont. Goes past him. Mood Ross tries to keep it in, but it's Pearson streaking down the side. Makes a backhand, forehand move, and good save by Maxwell. Maxwell's lost his stick, but Yarmouth will look to clear that out. Good play by Pearson to glove that down to himself. Otherwise, it's a potential home run pass. Maxwell has his stick back, and it looks like Yarmouth's going to take their first penalty of the game. Nate D'Entremont will be the guilty party. He's going to go off for hooking, I believe, as he pulled Stevens down. Cape Breton with a 3-0 lead and 2:20 left here in the third period. Will go to their first power play of the game. Again, thank you everybody for watching today. MC Media is proud to bring you this volunteer broadcast of the Nova Scotia U15AAP Provincials. And teams from tip to tip of our great province battling all the way. We have Glace Bay, we have Cape Breton County, all the way down to Yarmouth. So that's shot down ice by Dayon as Yarmouth's killing off the penalty. Controlled quickly. Another thing that Tornadus does well is he plays the puck well, and he's like a third defenseman back there. Makes a good pass, and his team's able to just go in quickly on and start the rush back again. Now, Maxwell had made the save, and they bumped into him quite intentionally, and the Yarmouth players definitely took exception to that, and causes a bit of a fracas. The referee had his arm up, the high referee, and so they're going to have a chat, and we'll see what the penalties come of this. Usually they'll try to get the first guy that created the situation, so it might be the Cape Breton forward who went hard to the net and probably played it a little longer than he should have. And that seems to be the case as Ward is being escorted to the box. So we'll play 4-on-4 for 1:13. Now they're indicating that maybe a Yarmouth player is coming off as well, so maybe the referee explaining. Oh, we've got a timeout called here. They'll pull Maxwell. So Yarmouth will, as a result of the penalty, have a face-off deep in the Cape Breton zone. And I see Coach Adam Churchill over giving instructions to his player in the penalty box on what he's to do when he comes out of the box, which is always important. Of course, you're going to join the rush if it's right there. Maybe he's got him coming directly to the bench, but it depends on where the puck is, of course. Excuse me. These nasty flu and cold bugs don't want to go away. Face off deep in the Cape Breton zone. 4-on-4 as both teams are serving minor penalties. It's going to be a roughing penalty. Charge to Ward. And that one's offside at the line, and now we're at the point in the game where every whistle will bring a little bit of a get-together from the players. So a neutral zone face-off. Bennett on the draw against Francis. 1:20 left in the third period. And Yarmouth Bennett will look to, they'd love to break the goose egg. And there's a glove on the ice. That's a Yarmouth glove, so Bennett comes back and fetches that. Always important as and that puck slides down and into the empty net, and Cape Breton gets the 4-0 goal. And Pearson looks to be the goal scorer way deep in his own zone, and they'll celebrate there. That'll pretty much be the dagger for this game, and Yarmouth drops to 4-0 here. Even strength goal as both teams have a penalty in a guy in the penalty box. So Pearson right on the mark, almost dead center of the net, just to the right of center. Yarmouth realizes that they can only have 4 on the ice, so the player will go off quickly. We'll drop it in, and we're under 1 minute here. Wallace will play that up, and Cape Breton will look to run out this clock here. Black in his own zone, D-to-D pass for Pearson, the goal scorer. Back to Black. Good pass for Johnston. You can see Johnston in no hurry. Going to be even strength. He'll dump that deep, and that'll cause an icing, and that'll bring the face-off all the way deep into the Cape Breton zone. So it'll stay over here to the right of Tornidis. This will be the last game of the evening for tonight. Action will begin tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. and it'll run all the way until 10 p.m. tomorrow night. So lots of action. If you're in the Yarmouth area, it's a great hospitality room. If you're and a very reasonable cover charge for the weekend or a game pass, if anybody wants to come through. And of course, welcome to all of our audience from other parts unknown. And Cape Breton banging their sticks on the boards as the time winds down, and they'll get the shutout for Felix Tornidis. I can't pronounce his name properly, but he gets a shutout anyway, so congratulations to him. Excellent game by Cape Breton. Yarmouth battled hard. Give Jaron Maxwell some credit for playing a strong game in the loss. We'll stay tuned here for the players of the game, I assume, and then we'll sign off for the evening. Thank you, everybody, for watching here on MC Media. We're very proud to bring you these events, and we'll get some handshakes here. Players line up at center at their blue lines here.
Fans, one more time for these teams, the Cape Breton County Islanders and your Yarmouth Mariners. Now time to present the offensive and defensive player of the game.
Offensive and defensive players of the game for both teams.
The offensive player of the game is number 18, Ashton Maye.
And Maye gets the defensive player of the game for Yarmouth.
And the defensive player of the game
that was the offensive player.
20, Mason Swim.
Mason Swim will get the offensive player. Defensive player, I should say. Don't mind me, folks. And now the Cape Breton team.
County, the offensive player of the game is number 12, Lachlan O'Neill.
Lachlan O'Neill chosen offensive player of the game for Cape Breton. If I was going to guess on the defensive player of the game, the goalie with the shutout, Mr. Tornidis.
And the defensive player of the game, number 10, Nathan Cunningham.
No. Nathan Cunningham, so congratulations to them. Congratulations to Cape Breton on their win this afternoon, and thank you everybody for watching. We'll see you tomorrow and at 8 a.m. sharp. We'll be around all weekend. Thank you for watching, and have a great weekend.
Will be Halifax against Lace Bay.
Catching Morrison after a good move, and the play ended up on. Butters will get an assist for Schultz, who fired it all the way down. Will as well. We'll see what the score. A good pass. Timmons picks the far corner. Good offensive zone presence there. Nothing.